I want you guys to meet my new best friend, Mary Kay at Play Shadow and Liner in Ice Lilac. It's really pretty. There's the liner, and here's the shadow. Alright, moving on. Hello everyone in the YouTube world, it's the Spirit Room 152. Okay, so there's a few of us out there who have been blessed to have our favorite person, like from a favorite TV show, favorite movie, whether they be like a musician or someone like well-known, like know we exist. In my case, it's Peter Scanavino from Law & Order SVU. Alright, so I got to meet him back in August. He actually knew who I was because of a video I'd made and because of a song I'd written. And basically that video was of me singing a song I had written about him. And I met him on the set of SVU. He was really cool. Like I said, he knew who I was because of a video. And let me tell you something, okay? So this year alone, I have ended up on his Twitter 5 times. And every time I have managed to overreact. Like the typical fangirl, alright? And comment down below if this has ever happened to you, where you've gotten a reply from like someone you really admire and you've just totally freaked the fuck out. Alright, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the list. Alright, so first time, Peter favorited a tweet of mine. I tweeted the video of myself singing the song I'd written about Peter to the executive producers of Law & Order SVU. And I also mentioned Peter in the tweet. I tagged him in it. And he favorited it, and then I freaked out the whole day. Alright? Second time, I tweeted, this was a week after he favorited the tweet, I tweeted about how I wondered whether or not Peter actually watched my video, and I tagged him in that. An hour and a half later, he replied. I ended up freaking out like a preteen at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert. Alright? And I called my buddy Nicole and left her this screaming, crying, wordless voicemail. Alright? Not a pretty sight. Alright? Third time, this was the day I went to the SVU set. Alright? Also, I'm going to go into my reaction from meeting Peter on the SVU set, so, and it's kind of tied into this tweet. Alright, so third time, it was actually the day I went to the SVU set. I remember when I met Peter, I was freaking out like a preteen at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert, and I told him about how I freaked out like a preteen at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert when he replied to me. So that's just kind of ironic how I was talking to him about freaking out like a preteen at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert over him replying to me while talking to him like I'm freaking out at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert. Catch my drift? And then there was a point where we took pictures, and he decided that he wanted one on his phone. He wanted a selfie with me, so he takes a selfie. Then he says to me, "I'm gonna tweet about you," and I'm like, okay, cool. And on the inside, I'm just thinking to myself, he's not gonna do it. He's just telling me what I want to hear. Give me a second, I'm pulling the tweet up. And then about a few minutes later, this happened. Okay? This happened. I was not expecting for it to actually happen, but it happened. And that photo that I just showed you is my lock screen. I'm sorry, it was just too glorious it was just too epic not to have it as my lock screen. So there you go. And when I saw the tweet, I was just kind of looking at it in disbelief at first, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm not okay, I am so not okay right now! And then about a month and a half later, Peter was doing a Q&A on Twitter. This was before, I think, when was it? Community policing aired. Hold on, let me... It had to be before community policing. Hold on. Yeah, it was before community policing. I asked him, so I submitted a question, you know, just for kicks. You know, because I could have just, I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like doing it because my friend Hennessy texted me. Oh, I'm actually friends with her because of Peter. She texted me like, "Oh, Peter's doing a Q&A on Twitter. You're gonna ask him something?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" And so I go on Twitter. I found out that he's doing Q&A, and I tweeted a question. And my question was, are we ever going to see Carisi without product in his hair? Hashtag Ask Peter on SVU. And I just kind of did it for shits and giggles. Like, I didn't think it would actually answer me. And then 3 minutes later, while I was talking to my buddy Nicole, he replied to me saying, "Never." And at first I was just kind of like chill about it, and then about a couple minutes later, I'm like, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I'm not okay, I am not okay, I am so not okay right now. Alright? And then, a couple days ago, I turned 23. Alright? Yay. And then, I was talking to my friend, I Heart Carisi. She had wished me a happy birthday, and then I said, "Thank you. At Peter Scanavino made 22 really epic for me. Let's see if he can do the same for 23. Less than an hour later, he tweeted me happy birthday. Actually, let me pull up the tweet. Hold on. Alright, hold on, see if you can see it clearly. Yeah, he tweeted this to me on my birthday, and this has got to be the worst reaction I've ever had to a tweet I have gotten from Peter. I screamed like Regina George after she found out that the Caltine bars she was eating were actually making her gain weight like crazy instead of lose the weight. Except in the movie it went on for only about a minute or two. I was screaming for about 5-10 minutes straight, except I had to do it into a pillow because my parents were downstairs and I live in a townhouse and the walls are kind of sort of paper thin. No, correction, made of toilet paper. And so that happened and I was just screaming, and it took me about a half hour to calm down enough to say anything. And I remember, and it was terrible. And I know some of you who watch this video who may end up watching this video can probably relate to it, because you might have had a reply from, let's say, Justin Bieber or Lady Gaga or anyone in particular on Twitter. Well, for me, getting those replies from Peter and having that selfie he took with me posted, that was really epic. But hopefully at some point at some point I can get to a point where Peter will send me a reply and I won't overreact to it like a preteen at a 5 Seconds of Summer concert, or like Regina George with the Caltine bar incident. Alright, so the Spirit Room 152 signing off. Alright, bye guys.